The Great Barrier Reef is in the fight of its life. Large pockets have turned white as unusually hot and still water bleaches coral. This week, scientists lifted warnings for the reef to level 2, but this afternoon the Environment Minister upgraded that to the most severe category. He committed $3.8 million to increase monitoring and reduce pollutants flowing into the reef. Protecting the reef is big business. It's estimated the natural wonder brings in almost $6 billion to the economy and employs 69,000 people. Jessie Dorset travelled to Orpheus Island for this story.
Most people would dream of coming here on holidays, but these marine biologists are more interested in science than a massage.
I guess let's do your bit. Science is fun.
Hello and welcome to
science.
We're following Kate Quigley and Carly Kenkel with Marta Espenhira. Orpheus Island, crowned by the Great Barrier Reef, it's a gem. But what may be ideal conditions for tourists is putting coral under stress.
Yeah, if you just kind of look just to the side of us, right next to Carly, you can see just tons of white colonies. And we're not even in the water yet.
Overhead, the Environment Minister inspects the damage for himself. Less than a week ago, authorities raised the alert level to 2, and Greg Hunt has again lifted it to the most severe category.
By declaring this a level 3 event, that means that we are moving to immediately increasing the monitoring, and that's being coupled with action that is being taken reef-wide.
So we've arrived at Hazard Bay. Below us is one of about 3,000 reefs that make up the marine park. On our way in, we've already seen a bit of bleaching, and Carly's going to jump down and take a closer look. You ready?
Ready to go.
They find ghostly coral just a few strokes from our boat, and there's more the further they swim. How bad was it down there?
It was quite a bit of this.
So these headsets, would you like me to put them on?
Sure.
These are used for communication.
One of the world's leading coral experts will this week map the destruction.
So this time around, the footprint of the bleaching event is a little bit more restricted, but it does seem to be quite severe in the north. At Lizard Island, for example, this third event is the most severe that they've seen.
He'll also fly over Fitzroy Island, where this vision was shot. Coral can recover from bleaching when temperatures cool, but in the most northern parts, it's already starting to die.
The reports in the last few days have been quite extreme levels of bleaching, with the beginning of coral mortality.
Back here at Orpheus, after a day on the reef, we've collected about 5 colonies. We're taking them up to the lab where they'll be used for experiments. The James Cook University researchers suspect coral is adapting to warmer waters, but must observe it during the full moon on Wednesday, when the animals should be spawning, to prove their theory.
We're trying to see if parent corals can change the symbionts that they pass on to their offspring in a warmer year.
The government has promised to make sure this sort of monitoring and research can continue. The increased warning levels also brings increased funding.
We are also, and we just recently announced an additional $3.8 million, providing resources to reduce sediment and nitrogen runoff from farms throughout the major river valleys and estuaries of the reef.
For those working on the reef, it's personal.
It is really sad because we come out here year after year, often working with the same individuals, and we watch them spawn and we work with the offspring, and yeah, it does become quite personal.
After a long, hot summer, they hope the winter months bring some relief so the reef can start to recover. Jessie Dorset, ABC News, Orpheus Island.